the skies. Hand in hand, together we rise.
Hello, I hope you can hear me. A very good evening from Australia, Gold Coast. Now the time is 9:16 p.m. My boys are asleep, and I thought let me just go live because usually I just go on a recorded video for my Make It Happen in 21 days. Today is day 7, if I'm right, and today's is about my immigrant journey. So before I go into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Rini, and I'm settled here in Australia, and I work as a full-time area manager, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. So when I look back into my life, there were many instances. To be very precise, there were twice that I had to pack my bag and move from one country to another. It started with UK. So we actually, when I moved to UK, I was alone. I wasn't married then. So I migrated to UK from India, and I started my journey there from scratch. If you ask me, from zero. Then I met my husband, we got married, and we thought UK is going to be our forever. Though I had dreams of migrating to Australia before I moved to UK, I just kept it aside. I thought, let me just be where I am and let me just be comfortable there. But then situation changed. I started looking and thinking about Australia, and that's when Australia happened. We had just one boy then when we migrated to Australia. When we moved to Australia with a lot of dreams and hopes, I was already pregnant with my son, my second boy, which we came to know like 2 to 3 weeks after moving to Australia. And it came as a shock. We were happy that we are having a baby, but we were not ready for it, if you ask me, because I did not qualify for any maternity benefits. I did not qualify for any central line benefits as well, both from the government and from my employer. My husband did not have a job because we are in a new country, and everything was a challenge. But then, when you look, each move, each opportunity, each experience taught me faith, strength, and resilience. I did not give up on my hope and on my prayers of building a better future for my family. Never did I imagine that I would be mentoring people to start business and I would be running a digital business. But here I am, a proof that God can open new chapters when we keep trusting on His timing. When I look back, everything is nothing but a miracle in my life. And I've always dreamt of having a work from home job. When I saw my cousins who were engineers working from home, I used to always wonder and visualize myself working from home. I don't know how, but I'm a qualified nurse. I don't know why I felt that I should have a work from home job. Um, Maybe I felt that it was good. And somehow I just kept dreaming of it. And I did my best in my career. I did my best in what I was. And eventually, God gave me a job where I'm working from home. I get to travel for my work. It's a whole new job where I've been in this job for over a year now, and it's a blessing. And I'm truly blessed to have this job. But our experiences in life taught me that it is always safe to have multiple sources of income rather than having just one single source. Because having one single source of income can be a bit risky and tricky because it all depends on your health, it all depends on yourself. Being an immigrant parent, I should be very certain that my kid's future is secure. That's when we started looking at an opportunity. That's when we started exploring a very legal and legit opportunity. Thank God that He showed us the right one. Of course, it wasn't easy because there is always this kind of fear. And fear, actually, there are two types of fear. Thanks to Rob Dahl, I'm reading his book, Level Up. It says you have primal fears and intellectual fears. Primal fears is the fear of physical pain or death. And intellectual fears is all the fears which you plant on your head, thinking that you are going to face something. You imagine that you're going to face a kind of fear, like fear of abandonment, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment. You name it, all the fears which we imagine and we pile up on our head. And the funny part is, our brain doesn't know how to differentiate between a primal and an intellectual fear. So, because the brain can't differentiate, what the brain does is, brain will tell us, don't take an action because there is a fear which is going to happen. That imaginary fear of failure is there in your head. And the brain says, don't take action because if you take an action, you might fail. You may fail. So this is telling us, don't take action, don't take action. So this kept telling me for almost 5 years because I kept watching a lot of videos of digital business opportunity, online opportunity, earn from your home. But I never took action. You know why? Because I had that fear, that imaginary fear. And what happened is, the worst part is, this book really says it very well. The worst part is, we need to not take an action. Not taking action will actually, take the page number because I really like the way how he has put that up. Um, yeah, yeah. If you don't, yeah, everything comes at a cost. I'm not trying to scare you, but if you don't take action, your future pain is inevitable. How beautiful, isn't it? So we believe that there's something going to happen in our life and we don't take action. So when we don't take an action, what happens is the future pain is inevitable. Everything comes at a cost. Eventually, the result of not taking action will catch up to you, whether it's not living up to your potential, not following your heart, not giving your children the opportunities you want for them, or lying in your deathbed and realizing that you wasted your life. By the time you realize what's happened, it might be too late. Eventually, the result of not taking action will catch up on you. If you ask me, being in the UK for almost a decade and then deciding to migrate to a country like Australia, everybody told me really it's a foolish decision because I was a band 7 when I decided that I need to move. And everyone was like, oh, you have already reached that level in your career. Why are you deciding to move to a whole new country? What is it which is pushing you? What is it that is attracting you to go to Australia? I asked myself, if I don't take that decision after 5 years, will I be happy? Or will I cry over the fact that I missed that opportunity? When I asked myself, I felt that I would regret if I don't take that opportunity. And I told my husband, I think we should move. Initially, he was a bit reluctant. Of course, he also had his fears. He said, oh my God, we have to go to a whole new country, start from scratch. Do you know what you're talking about? And I said, just trust me. I think this is God's plan. We need to move. And he just stood by my side as my strongest pillar. He still is. And he said, let's go. And here we are. We migrated in 2023. and I've never looked back. I'm always grateful for my time in UK, but there is always a time when we have to step out of our comfort zone. And I would say this statement actually reminds me a whole lot of things in my life. And the only thing you can do to avoid the pain is to take action now, so that the future you want will be right in front of you as the days pass. Will it be hard? Yes, it will be. Will you struggle? Yes, it will be. Will you mess up? Of course, there is a chance. But it will all be worth it. I just love this book, and I am enjoying every bit of it. Thank you, Rob Dial, for this wonderful writer. So, what I want to say is everybody's journey has ups and downs. Everybody's journey has that time where they had to step out of their comfort zone. But it was worth stepping out of that comfort zone. It's your choice whether you want to stay there with your imaginary pain and imaginary fear in your head, or you want to take action and move forward to the future you always dreamt of for your family and for your kids. It's really high time that we step out of our comfort zone and start designing the future you always dreamt of for your family. I know that it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. And you will thank yourself. Your kids will thank you, saying, Mummy, thank you for starting this digital business. Because you started it, now we have more time. Now we have a better future. We are able to travel more. Mummy, we are able to do this. We are able to buy stuff. We are able to go on holidays. So, this is all possible if you take that one brave step. It's up to you. I'm not asking you to jump into something which you do not know. Take your time, do the due diligence, do your research. Come, check this out. We are welcoming all parents. I am always for the parents, immigrant working parents, because I know how hard it is to build a family, a future for our family, for our loved ones in a whole new country. I've done it twice in UK and in Australia. Every time I did it, it wasn't easy. But if you ask me, was it worth it? Definitely. And now I am a bit more excited because it's not just my job, it's not just living in Australia itself. The whole new fact that I am helping and mentoring other working parents to build the life they've always dreamt of. This is what is giving more meaning and purpose in my life right now. If you would like to start or reach out to me or know more about this, just message me. You have my WhatsApp number and you have my website right in front of the screen. Just register yourself with your name and email, and I'll come back to you with your free webinar link to watch and know more about this business opportunity. Thank you so much for your patience and listening me tonight. If you're catching up on the replay, again, thank you. This is my immigrant journey. So make it happen in 21 days. It's day 7 today. What are you waiting for? The future pain is inevitable if you do not take your action today. So take your action. Bye then. Take care. God bless you.